Hello and welcome to Chip Off the Old Block Toys. This is Jeff here and Greg's with me. We've got Jaws, which is set number 21350. It's a Lego idea set, which means a fan originally created it and Lego ran with it. How's that? And on this one here, these strings are annoying, but anyway, we completed bags 1 through 6. We've got bags 7 through 13, so another 7 bags to go. And we're going to go ahead and just run through it today and get it done. But this is the progress so far, is this right here. And we've got a little bit of the boat left. And then we got the stand and the shark. So let me set this aside and switch cameras and we'll get going. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you feel like I've earned your subscription. And Greg, how you doing today?
I'm okay. I went to Walmart and that's basically it.
Okay. Well, honestly, that's more than what I've done today. I only woke up about 2 hours ago. And well, I guess a little more than 2 hours, 3 hours ago. But yeah, just organizing my Legos. And yes, I said that on purpose.
Why did Tigger go to the bathroom?
I don't know.
To make a poo?
Well, I've got a few things I need to share with you guys today that's jokingly related. And hello, Miss Chip. Hello, John. And hello, Shauna. Oh, you like my shirt? Yeah. I probably shouldn't have worn it now that I think about it. It's not YouTube appropriate, but oh well, I'm wearing it. My shirt says, I don't give a rat's donkey.
Rat's butt?
Yeah. You know, I used to have a 3rd grade teacher that didn't want to swear in front of us. And so instead of swearing, she used to say rat biscuits. And I did not understand what she was saying as a 3rd grader. So I came home and I said it in front of my dad. And I still got in trouble because my dad said, you're still saying it, even though you're not saying it. I did not understand the nuances of language at that time. All right. Well, my day is going to consist of more Lego organization, trying to get I'm starting at the very beginning, so I'm starting with the color black, and I'm hoping to have that done by the end of the day. Rats wrecked them. Yeah, well, I recently found a mouse in my chicken feed. I told my cats they're fired. I actually started feeding them a little bit less because of that. All right. We're just putting on little pieces on the bottom of the boat right now. Nothing too interesting. But something that is interesting, you guys know I like to watch true crime and all that. Imagine this. You're remodeling your home. You bust open some drywall and you find a human skull in there. It's not fake. It ain't, it's completely real. Well, that happened to a guy in King County, Illinois in 1978. And the police did they DNA and stuff wasn't near as advanced as it was today. So they did what they could with it. And it was determined that the skull was over 100 years old. And so they just kind of forgot about it, and they sent it to a museum. And the museum, they forgot about it, stuck it in a box. And then a couple years later, in the 90s, or actually, no, it wasn't the 90s, it was the 2000s, they found the skull again in the box. And it scared the people at the museum that worked there because it had been several years and no one knew where it came from. So they called the police. The police checked their records and realized that they had given it to the museum. And so the police said, with advanced DNA technology, we really should take that back and run some tests on it. So they did. And Offram Labs, which there's Offram and there's Parabond, is it called, that do these kind of things. And anyway, they ran some tests on it, and they actually found a living relative, and her name was Esther Granger, and she was lived from 1848 to 1866. Of course, things were different back then than they are now, and women got married much earlier, and she was 17, and when she died, and she gave birth to a daughter, and that's how she died, and that's why she died. She was buried properly, so they have no idea exactly how she ended up, her skull at least, ended up in the wall of the home. But what they did find, or they surmised, is that it was grave robbers that did it, because they did find the rest of her body in the grave that she was originally put into. So, yeah, whatever. Kind of a weird story.
I bet they returned the skull back to her grave.
They did. They did rebury it. And I just think that's a really weird thing. Like, why would you? Never mind. I don't know. I have more respect for the dead than that. I don't know. But the guy, the sheriff who was talking about it did say that back then grave robbing was a big thing, because they could make the equivalent of what do you say, like six weeks worth of wages robbing a grave. And I don't understand how you'd make money off it, but okay. Okay. Ken says, good afternoon, Jeff and everyone. I'm here just sitting here playing Star Wars Outlaws game side quest. Awesome. And I haven't played Star Wars Outlaw, but I've played other Star Wars games. I'm so old that I played Dark Forces. I remember that came out. That was a really cool game when it came out. Now, though, you turn it on, the graphics suck. But yeah. What you got planned for the rest of the day, Greg?
I'll go get something to eat, probably.
Anywhere in mind?
I'm craving some Mexican seafood right now.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Shauna makes a point that people were frequently buried with jewelry. So, okay.
That sounds good.
Huh?
Mexican seafood.
You know, I like Mexican food in general, so yeah, that does sound good.
Mixed with Cajun.
Mixed with Cajun. Now that's a new twist on it. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't do this right. So, was there anything in particular when you built your set of jaws? Which, if you guys didn't know, Greg's jaws came in yesterday.
Yeah, and I built it right away.
Yep, he's finished his copy. Was there anything in particular when you were building this that was difficult?
Nah, just a little finicky.
Okay. Was there anything in particular you liked about the build?
Just some techniques on it. Like
Okay.
the bows build upside down.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Well,
I got extra one of these pieces.
okay.
You know which pieces that is, right?
No. Oh. Sorry, I'm looking for something here. Is okay. So I was on Facebook this morning, and I came across this funny thing where it's talking about, when you're older. And since I've looked at the median age of the people that are on my channel, they all tend to be within 10 years of my age. So you're older. Most of you. Greg might be the exception, but here's some things. It says when one door opens, or I'm sorry, when one door closes and another door opens, you're probably in prison. And I'll be going through these. Let's see. To me, I don't like this one. To me, drink responsibly means don't spill it. Well, yeah, I don't know. I think Mothers Against Drunk Driving would have something to say about that. But at 60, age 60 might be the new 40, but 9 p.m. is the new midnight. And boy, do I understand that one. Because, man, when I was younger, I used to pull all-nighters without a problem. Nowadays, oh my gosh, I get tired. Just about 10 o'clock, man. I'm tired.
Maybe 11.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. So I remember in college several times when there was finals pulling all-nighters. It's the start of a brand new day, and I'm off like a herd of turtles. Yeah, that's me too. So we're just building the top of the boat right here. That's what we're doing.
What's your favorite part of the build so far?
I like the little cabin right here, down here with the steering wheel and the little couch and everything. I think there's a lot of little detail, and I like how they packed it into one little spot like that, if you know what I mean. What about you?
I wish it was a little wider though, so you can stick 2 figures on the couch.
Yeah, I could see that. Well, if I could stick 2 figures on the couch, there'd probably be some perverted stuff going on. But anyway,
Don't let Jenny hear that.
no, I'm sure she's already thought it. I'm okay.
You have to buy a new couch.
Actually, I do need to buy a new couch. In real life, our couch is old. Our couch is oh gosh, we've probably had it over 10 years, and although I don't know, Max really is attached to that couch. And speaking of Max, I really am worried about him. He's shown his age, and here lately, well, not only is he too big, but Max's breathing has been labored lately, and he's been having trouble breathing. And just a couple, like maybe 2 months ago, I had to take him to the vet, and he was diagnosed with pneumonia. Yeah, so he's not doing too well, and he kind of got better, mostly better, and then it kind of made a resurgence, and now he's sneezing a lot, and his weight's not getting any less. So Max is not doing too well. And the part that scares me the most is that they say that when a cat starts hiding from you, that's when they've got a week or two left, and then they die. And that's what Max has been doing lately. He's been hiding. So I'm kind of I'm scared for him. I don't want Max to pass away, but it kind of looks like if I had to guess, that's going to happen here soon.
Hope not.
Yeah, me too. But
he's like the secondary mascot.
Yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm building a ladder here. Hey, John, he's back. Okay, let's see. This is kind of difficult to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
They should have had us put that in there after. All right. Well, there. Oh, I was able to order the new. Oh, what ship is that? The one
Endurance.
Endurance. Yeah, I ordered that. It's on back order, but I can't believe I bought it the day it came out too, and it was already on back order. So, but when it gets here, we'll build that one. That one will be fun. I've got the. It's not the Endurance. It's the Imperial flagship one. And I've got that one. It's an older, like British ship, and I'll have to dig that one out so we can compare them when it comes in. Of course, I say all these things with thinking and hoping I'll have time to do it, but who knows? Time is a very elusive thing in my world. You know, it's so weird. Same set, same color, and you probably can't see it that well, but they're off. These two pieces are darker than that, and that's a common problem with this pearl gold color.
Consistency is a problem.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed over the years, but brown is another one, and I'm not talking about just because they changed the color from brown to reddish brown. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about after they changed it to reddish brown, there's been a bit of a color consistency problem when it comes to that color, brown and reddish brown, and then there's also been a problem with dark red too. Dark red's another weird one. Okay, so we got this. All right, and they gave us a couple extra of these, or did they not? No, they didn't. I didn't do this right. I didn't think they did. They don't usually include these as extras. So let me take this off and fix that.
You gonna have some second breakfast, John?
Thinking breakfast for dinner, plenty of bacon and makes. You know, bacon is the best stuff on the planet. I believe there's been wars fought over bacon. Anyway, so this is the ship so far. Now with bag number 8, we are going to start with the shark. And one of the other things that was on that list of things that I talked about was the older I get, the earlier it gets. And when I say the other day, I could be referring to any time between yesterday and 15 years ago. And that's definitely true.
So this any plans for tonight?
Other than the sorting the Legos, or not sorting, but putting them away in the drawers, no. I'm really kind of fixated on getting that done because I can't build anything other than, you know, these sets that are pre-packaged until then, because that's all my loose pieces. And I don't just want to keep building pre-packaged stuff. I want to get out there and build on my city and build some of my other stuff. And I'm sorry, comments are moving faster than I'm keeping up with. So let me let's see. It does look like an orca, like the orca. Yeah, the boat on Jaws. And by the way, I did post a link on Instagram and Facebook of the whole entire beginning of Airplane where they spoofed Jaws. So if you wanted to catch the whole thing, it's there. John says, "Hey, Shauna, thanks for subscribing." And I'll say that if you guys haven't subscribed to John's channel, please do. And John, feel free to drop a link. 139 subscribers. Thank you all to have subscribed. And yes, thank you. Thinking of breakfast for dinner, plenty of bacon and eggs, French scrambled breakfast for dinner, thick sliced air fried. Okay.
How you like your bacon?
My bacon?
Yep.
I'm out of bacon. I went to Costco and got their turkey bacon big package, and it just doesn't last in my house for some reason. I can't explain it. And John says he bought. Oh, Shauna says she was thinking of breakfast burritos tonight. Actually, that sounds pretty good. I used to do that back in the day. I used to, when I was commuting for work, about 45 minutes. I used to make myself breakfast burritos and freeze them, and then just pull them out as I needed them, and worked out pretty good. Not a bad idea.
Throw in the microwave.
Yeah, just nuke them and keep going. At least my dad used to call microwave nuking it. And John says he bought 60 eggs from BJ's. Well, I'm gonna have to buy some eggs here soon because my chickens are in their winter pattern and they're not laying any eggs right now. Well, occasionally they do, but not like they used to. And I think actually this spring I'm gonna wipe out the whole entire herd and just go with new ones.
You gonna batter them up and fry them?
Oh yeah. I've got a neighbor next door. They process chickens, so I'm gonna see if they'll do me a solid and process my chickens. So here we got the sign Jaws. And John says, "Let the stream run while you do that." It's kind of hard because I don't sit here when I organize the Legos. I am literally here. I'm up here, but I'm moving. I've got the table on this side, and then I got the cabinets over here, and the computers over here, which is where, I don't know if I told you, I wrote a database that kept track of the bags so that it's easier for me to know which bags should be where, because I told it to organize it a certain way and combine bags that are the same. And I did find some bags where I had the same. I found multiple bags with the same piece in it, thanks to the database, which is saving me room, and the cabinets, which is saving me money. So it's all over the place. And then occasionally, when I fill up these cabinets, I'm taking them all the way out to the shop. So kind of hard to do a live stream with all that moving around. Of course, that's how I'm getting all my steps in, is all this walking, and I am getting quite a few steps in. So, which reminds me, I haven't updated you guys recently on this, and I did not forget. So let me pull this up here. Okay, let me okay. So I know it's kind of small. Let me see if I can. There we go. So I'm trying to lose weight, and I've been doing okay. I initially started off with a great drop there, and then kind of leveled out, went up. And this was Thanksgiving, so yeah, I went up. And then since Thanksgiving, it's started a downward trend. So I'm trying to get down to 170, and I'm trying to get down to 170. Oh, shoot. No, I didn't want that. I wanted that. There we go. I want to be down to 170 by my 50th birthday, which will be this June. I want that to be my present to myself. So anyway, I'm working on it, and so far I've lost a little over 4 pounds in 2 weeks. So about 2 pounds a week. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep up with that. I don't know if you guys know the science behind it, but the kind of a weird plot twist from Mother Nature is that the heavier you are, the easier it is to lose weight. And the more calories you burn by doing anything when you're bigger. So that's why when you first start off, it's a little easier. And then as you lose more, it's harder. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. All right, let's go back to this. John says, let the stream run while you're at it. That's a lot of eggs. Yes, they get used. Mine do too. It's too early for dinner yet. Yeah, it's 4 o'clock almost where you're at, Shauna? 5 o'clock where John's at. Wipe out the herd seriously. Yeah, no, really, John. I just want to get, they're not producing. And so they're just a drain on my finances, really. So what I want to do is springtime, there's a little hardware store here, Ace Hardware, and they sell chickens. So I will probably just go pick up a bunch. I'm thinking probably like 12, maybe a little more, because I don't know. I like having chickens, and I do like having them.
In their dumb ways.
Yes, chickens are bird brains, definitely. They're not called out forever. Aim the camera where you're working. Well, I guess I could, but it'd also be kind of boring because I don't know. We'll see. I'm not saying no to it, John. I'll have to. I guess I'll just have to turn on the camera and see if people watch, and if they do, keep going. If they don't, turn it off. But yeah, except when they skate and get on top of the pen. Yeah, that's happened a few times, Shauna. There was a hole in my pen that I wasn't aware of, and the chickens found it, and I came home one night, and I had the rooster and 2 hens on the very top because it's arched. I do not. Mine are what they call free range because they've got a pretty good sized pen or a coop, and then the whole thing is very spread out. They've got a very large area they can run in, so they're not caged by any means, but they're totally protected because there's a lot of predators out here. So what they did when they built it is they put cattle fencing and they arched it over. So they have a very large area. And if they really wanted to fly around a little bit, they actually could. Chickens don't really fly, though. They kind of just flop around.
They glide in the air.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Greg. They kind of glide. Oh, I did that backwards. And when they fall, they flap their wings, and it's more like a controlled fall than it is flying. Yeah, I actually had one. I felt really bad for her because she was a really pretty bird. She was a black and brown chicken, kind of more looked like a falcon. And it was the night that my friend Jim and I went to go see midget wrestling. I came back and, I couldn't find her. And the next day I found her, and yeah, she was missing her head. So anyway, and if you know anything about chickens and their predators, that is normally an owl that did that. And that's thanks, Shauna. You're putting it in better words than I could. I think he's thinking of restarting them because they aren't producing enough to justify feeding them. And that's exactly what it is. They're just basically kind of taking up space in my finances. Now, when they produce, one a day, or about one a day. They're actually worth it. So,
Mhm.
but right now they're not worth it.
What's your Do you like fried chicken, grilled chicken, baked chicken?
I like all chicken, and mainly because it all tastes like chicken. Oh boy.
It's gonna be finger licking good at Jeffrey's house when it's all said and done.
Well, I don't have the, what is it, 11 herbs and spices, or was it? I don't remember what it is.
But love that chicken from Jeffrey's house.
And where's Enzo? He's sitting right here. Well, we'll get to him in just a second. And actually, I think I need to turn up the heater in here. It's getting cold. It is supposed to get colder here. Maybe that front came through. So this is a very unique shark's tail.
Have you seen that movie Shark Tales
No, I have not.
with Will Smith? Mhm.
There we go. Okay. Oh, and then this goes through here. Going to feed the dog. I use almost all the chicken. I homemade chicken stock out of the carcass. Just get done making. Oh man, Shauna, you need to come over and skin my chickens then. Enzo, come here. Come on. Come here. Oh, come on. What you acting like that for? There he is. Here, let's switch cameras so y'all can see him better.
Look at that big giant fuzzball.
Well, you got to put your head back up so they can see you, buddy. Come here. Oh, there you go.
What's that, Enzo? You want him to be dressed up like Han Solo?
Oh, he's Chewy.
Yep,
Chewy's albino cousin.
yep.
Yeah, he's a cutie. Stretch. Yep, time to stretch. All right. Time to go lay it back down. All right. Thanks, bud. The heck was that? Okay, weirdo. Talking to the dog. You being weird. It freezes well, so you can have stock all year. And Enzo and Mrs. Chip are saying hi to Mr. Enzo. And I don't like to think sad thoughts, but sometimes I do think, because Enzo's 7 years old, that I don't know. Don't know how much longer he's going to be with me.
What do you think about that dog picture I sent you?
Oh, that was a big dog, man.
It's a Central Asian Shepherd.
I've never heard of that before, but well, there. Thanks for sharing with that, Greg. I appreciate that.
They can live almost 20 years.
Really, that large of a breed?
Yep.
And John says, don't forget, you're going to need a larger boat. Another 7 years for Enzo. I hope so. How long? I mean, not that I'm not trying to bring up any bad memories, Greg, but how old are your dogs or your grandma's dogs?
2 of them died, and one of them is still alive.
But how old were they how long did they last?
About 3 years.
Oh, really? Okay.
One died of fleas and ticks, and vi- think tapeworm, heartworms, and one died of a broken heart.
A broken heart, huh?
Yep,
Did it miss the other one or something? Or
yep. This the other one. That's
mm.
it. That's brother and sister.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yep.
Oh, I did that wrong.
And the Yorkie is something else, though.
I'm not trying to offend, but I used to tell my wife that they named it wrong. It's really a dorky.
And my cousin's wife's dog is a pure demon dog.
A pure demon dog, you said?
It's a chihuahua, miniature chihuahua.
Oh man, I don't like chihuahuas. We once had a Chiweenie, half dachshund, half. I did not like that guy. Let's see, 14 to 15 years is normal for them. Well, cool. I'm glad to hear that, and I hope he does last that long because, like I said, he's kind of a staple around here.
Yeah.
And not that I want to share any morbid thoughts, but just so everyone knows, if Enzo and I happen to pass away at the same time, I definitely want to be buried with him.
Mm. How's your granddaughters doing?
They're doing all right. I haven't talked to them recently, but I did talk to my oldest daughter, Jessica, right before the live stream, actually. Well, not right before, but about an hour before. And she works at a Target store, and the normal complaints that this time of year is really busy. And she worked a super long shift yesterday. And actually, she's worked a couple long shifts since Thanksgiving because of the increased shopping. But I talked to Spencer too. What am I thinking? I did talk to Spencer. I talked to him yesterday. In fact, he called me a couple different times yesterday. He must have been really lonely. No, I'm just kidding.
He must been the daddy's boy mood.
Well, he had a lot of questions. And it is interesting as a parent how when your kids are younger, when they turn teenagers, your parents don't know anything. And then as they get older, like in their 20s, all of a sudden they realize your parents know a lot more than they thought, and they start coming back to you asking a bunch of questions about things. And that's kind of what this conversation was about. He had questions on how things work, and him and his girlfriend are trying to get an apartment together, and they almost got scammed. I'm really glad my son talked to me about it, because when he was talking to me about the situation, it just didn't seem right to me. And I told him, I said, don't give them any money until you see the place. And they went to the place and knocked on the house door, and this older couple came out and like, what the hell are you doing here? And he's like, well, we're here to see the place. We talked to so and so, and they're like, this place is not for rent. And so it was a complete scam. But he almost gave him $120 application fee. So yeah.
He lives in Malad.
No, he lives down in Salt Lake City area. And Jelly Bricks Builds ooh, a Lego set. Oh, hi, first of all, sorry. And ooh, a Lego set. Legos are so goated. They are. I totally agree. I've got a bunch more coming in real soon here. So actually, I did check the tracking, but I don't remember. It might have been Tuesday or Wednesday. It's supposed to come in this extra stuff, and I can't even remember what I ordered. How can I not remember what I ordered already? Let me pull that up here on one side of the screen. So I'm trying to, and then in addition to these new sets that I have, I've got a bunch of sets that I really need to build because I got a backlog of them. And I don't like having backlogs of Legos. I mean, if you buy them, you should. Well, in my opinion, you should build them and enjoy them. Oh, okay, yeah, I do remember what I ordered now. Now that I see it, I won't show you guys because it does have my address on there, and I'm not wanting to share that. But I did get Santa's post office. I got the Jabba sail barge, which that one I'm really looking forward to because I have the original one, and even though all my stuff's packed up, I'm going to find that one and build it, and we are going to compare them side by side just like I have on many of the other ones. And I've got the Imperial dropship versus the Rebel Scout speeder, the Botanical Gardens, which I think looks freaking awesome. See what else did I get? The X-Men Mansion, the X-Men, the X Mansion. I'm sorry, I can't even read. And then I got Santa's delivery truck, and then those are shipped. And let me check the tracking real quick. Tracking is saying Wednesday. Okay, all right. Then I ordered, but these two are back ordered, so they're not going to get here anytime soon. In addition, I ordered the Disney Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, which I do plan on building that one on camera. I think you guys would really like that one. I know I would. It was a good movie. And then the Batmobile is also on back order. And new sub. Well, thank you, Jelly Bricks Build. I appreciate it. Wait, did you make a video about the Lego Sunken Treasure Creator Set? I did not. I did see it, but no, I'm aware of it, but no, I have not. What I'm really hoping to do is get back to city building. That's the big thing I'm trying to work on right now. My city, fortunately, I did not have enough time to tear it down, so the city still stands. I just have all my pieces are kind of in storage right now, so I got to pull those out. But that's the big thing I want to get to is rebuilding my city. So, Greg, a while back you mentioned that you might be moving into the Dallas area. Is that still on the table?
Yeah, it's on the table. I have the funds for it.
Okay. Is your whole family moving, or just you?
Just me.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh. How do I not have a piece?
There's much more to do up there than here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, don't say the name of the place you live, but how big is it?
Not very big.
Okay. Well, neither is the place I live in. It's got 2,500 or almost 2,500 people, and that's when you're in town. I don't even live in town. So let's see. That's a lot of Lego. Wait, did you? Oh, did I? I'm sorry. I admit my memory's not the greatest. I'm getting up there in age. But yeah, I did do the Arctic Explorer ship I don't know if I did a video on it, but I did build it. It's downstairs in the basement. I actually did not get around to taking that apart. So, and I don't want to take it apart, to be honest. Okay. Oh, shoot. What's going on here? Oh, shoot. John's saying, welcome to Jelly Bricks Builds. The Arctic Explorer ship is one of my favorite sets. Oh, it is cool. I like that one. If I remember right, that's the one where the two holes are backed up to each other and attached. And I really like that idea because a larger hull is harder to do something with, but with it being the way it is, you can actually take it apart and build two ships if you wanted to and build some mocks out of it. Did you what's the rules here? We really don't have any rules. I don't, I'm not one of these people that really care what we talk about. Politics is okay, just as long as you're respectful. And occasionally we do mention politics here, but I'm more interested in understanding why people feel the way they do than trying to convince them of anything. Because I do think it's important to understand why people feel the way they do. We pretty much discussed everything here. The only real rule is please keep it within YouTube's guidelines. That way I don't get thrown off YouTube.
Keep it half PG-13.
Yeah, half PG. That's a good way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
So is that PG 21 and a half? What is that? But no, I mean, I tell inappropriate jokes on here occasionally as well. And if you want to, if you have a channel or something and you want to post a link to it, I don't care. We're as far as I'm concerned, I'm not one of these that feel that we're in competition with each other, because your channel will have different things than what I have if you have one. So if you want to post a link, I'm okay with that too. Don't care. It's never really bothered me when people do that. I mean, John posts his stuff. Oh, you don't know how to post videos. Okay. Well, yeah, there's that. And I mean, also, if you're ever interested in being on the channel, like Greg is, you're always welcome to send me a message. It's a chip off the old block toys with no spaces at gmail.com. Send me a message there, or you can go to Facebook. I have a Facebook page called A Chip Off the Old Block Toys as well, and you are more than welcome to send me a message and tell me you're interested, and I'll give you some times and we'll see. But yeah, as long as, you know, I mean, like I said, Greg's on here a lot, and I've had other guests. Greg's my most frequent, and I like having Greg on here because he's got. I'm going to put it this way. Here's my compliment to Greg. Greg has got a memory like a steel bear trap. You tell Greg something, that guy's going to remember, and I like that about him because sometimes he brings up stuff that I've actually forgotten about, and we'll just be in conversation about something, and he'll bring it up, and it's like, oh my gosh, you're right, Greg. I totally forgot we ever even discussed that, but yeah, we did, and I think that's pretty cool. And I've known Greg for a couple of years now, right, Greg? It's been how long?
Yeah, a couple years now.
Yeah.
I think Greg, I first stumbled on your channel when you're doing the Iron Man mosaic.
Okay. I just remember it was when I was living in the other house, which I've been in this house for 2.5 years. So Probably about 3 years. That sounds about right.
Uh, I only seen the first Jaws.
I've seen them all, but I will admit it's just been so long. Yeah, it's just been a long, long time. Oh, okay. I was going to grab the wrong piece here. I've never seen Jaws, aka Meg. Yeah. And actually, so one of my favorite things to do with my son Spencer is to discuss conspiracy theories. Now, we don't discuss them because we actually believe in most of them. We discuss them because we find them interesting. Okay, wait. Okay. And Jaws or megalodons is one of those that my son and I have discussed. And on that one, I know they say that megalodons don't exist anymore. But honestly, I kind of wonder if they do, because the ocean is so vast, and why would we know if one of them died? Oh, crud. All right. Did that wrong. Okay. I can't build and talk at the same time. A conspiracy theory. I don't know how to define what a conspiracy theory is. What's a good definition, Greg, for conspiracy theory? What would you say?
I don't know.
Well, there are some that, huh?
I'm
Sorry.
just coughing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying something. Sorry, man. I do like the fins there on the side.
It's fantastic.
Haha, there's not enough food in the ocean to support a large population of megalodons. Well, I wouldn't think it had to be a large population that survived. What was that species that the bird they thought was extinct for 100 and something years, and all of a sudden they found a couple of them in the wild? And that's what I think. I think that if they do exist, they would be small in numbers, and because you don't have to have a large population of them to survive, just a few of them, as long as they can mate. And who knows how long they lived. I mean, maybe they lived a couple hundred years each. I don't know. I just think it's interesting. I'm not saying they do exist. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if they still did somewhere. If Megalon did exist, wouldn't you think there'd be a lot of boats or ships being destroyed? Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, maybe. And like I said, these are just interesting conversation pieces that my son and I have. And a lot of times we don't come to a conclusion that whether we really feel they're real or not. Sometimes we do.
Imagine Neanderthals didn't go extinct.
Well, I have some in-laws that never mind. I shouldn't say that. It's not just in-laws; it's other people too that I know. As far as what was I going to say? Oh, I don't remember now. That's all right. It'll come back to me.
Roaming around in the Washington wilderness.
Oh, the Sasquatch. Nessie is alive. John, the Loch Ness is not a bird. There's there's still a large area of the ocean unexplored. Yeah, the ocean is really hard to explore. It's so vast. And in fact, I was reading about that scientists found a ocean that has more water than the whole entire surface ocean that we have under the surface. And I thought that was really interesting. Now, I don't know how deep it is. I didn't read very far into the article. I'm very guilty of that sometimes. But it was an interesting piece, and I wonder, like, what is the salt content of the water? Would it be drinkable? Could it be used for crops? Could we access it? All kinds of questions. And yeah, interesting stuff. Oh, that's the eyes. I was wondering what that was. Okay, so we've got.
That shark's fantastic, huh?
It's fantastic. Yes,
Yep. Get it?
I do, and I agree. It is very fantastic. Imagine if there was a fish named These Nuts. Well, there was a presidential candidate, I think in North Carolina. It ended up being a 15-year-old kid that registered underneath these nuts. I think it was 2016, and he ended up getting 15% of the vote or something like that. It was I might be off on the number, but I think people just did it in protest. But I remember back in the day when saying D's nuts was like the thing. I think my wife and I were in Germany at the time when that was big. People would say that all the time. Yeah, I know that one. Yeah. Let's see here. We'll work on the teeth here. So we're doing good.
Just 3 more bags after that one.
Yeah, only 3 more bags. Yeah, I agree. I'm trying to see.
You have to dump out 2 of them.
What's that?
You have to dump out 2 of them.
Oh, they're already dumped. They're over there on the side there. Oh, you mean like 2 of them to keep building? Like
Yep.
sometimes. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Oh shoot! How did I get that one wrong? Okay. Well, let me fix that. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Skinwalker Ranch. That was one of the conspiracy theories my son and I were talking about. And that's the ranch that some weird stuff was going on with the cows and some other stuff. And the government ended up buying Skinwalker Ranch. And I'm missing a piece. Dang it. Well, I'm going to steal it from over here. Hopefully I don't need it later. A lot of supernatural stuff was supposedly happening out there. So they bought the ranch and did experiments, and cows were being killed, but surgically dissected out there. So yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I like that kind of stuff, like talking about it. I don't know how much I believe it, but I like talking about it, and that's interesting. And my son's got a very active imagination, so it's fun to talk about this kind of stuff with him.
I've been to Santa Quinn.
San Quentin?
Yep.
Okay.
Utah.
Oh, yes. So what'd you do out there?
Have you been there?
No, I have not. No. You know what place I'd like to go to in Utah, though?
What?
It's this little place. I think it's called Terrace, Utah. And it's it's an old railroad town. and it's oh, that's cool. I love that mouth. Look at that. She's lost the chat, it seems. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. No, I'm still here. I'd like to go. Terrace, Utah. I think it's called Terrace, Utah. It's got an old. It's an old train town, and the roundhouse is gone, but the foundation of it's still around, and I think that's really cool. And you can see the outline of it, and it was a huge roundhouse. So anyway, I'd like to go see that, and plus the fact that my sister owns property just about, oh, I don't know, it's not that far. It's about 10 miles from it. So if I go visit her property, which I do occasionally, I could go out there and visit that as well. So anyway, let's see some of the things that are scams, crypto, NFTs. Yes, I agree with that. Gambling and Stanley Cups. Okay. All right. So why do you feel Stanley Cups are scams? Although, hey, I'm open to the idea they are scams. I'm just asking why you feel that way. Again, like I said, I'm more interested in why people feel the way they do more than trying to dispute it. I just think it's interesting stuff. Oh yeah, skinwalkers, the creatures that would kill animals or people turn them into to lure victims in. Yeah, I've heard a lot about skinwalker. In fact, I watched a couple documentaries, and I find that very interesting. Oh, okay. So it only holds on by one little thing. That's weak. I know it's meant to be pulled apart so you can have it coming out of the water towards the boat, but okay, let's. There we go. Okay, so I think I did the shark backwards. Yeah, I did. Shoot. All right, well, here. Oh, you can't see the chat. Oh, God dang it. Well, I meant to just take this one little thing off, but let's see if I can get this on here. Cows were hitting the gritty, goats were playing basketball, and sheep were driving cars. I'm not sure about all that, but okay. It's good for a laugh. There we go. And then now we have the shark. All right. So I think next we got the platform. So let's continue with that. And let's see. Bag 11. Let's do bag 11. All right. Dinner is served. I believe in ghosts and spirits. Actually, I do too. To be honest, that's not something that I don't believe in ghost hunters. That show that was pretty hokey because they would supposedly catch this little voice on there and I couldn't understand a dang thing that was trying to say, and they're trying to say, "Oh, it's going to kill you." And it's like, yeah, I don't think that's what it said. And actually, I think the sound that you recorded, I think it's just someone farting in the other room. It's not a ghost. That's what I always thought. But I do believe in ghosts, though, for real, in real life, and I think they do exist. I just don't believe in ghost hunters. And yes, my son Spencer used to love that show, Ghost Hunters. Because they're overpriced and they're stupid. Oh man, I can't see the chat. Can still see and hear, so I'm good. Oh wow, the shark is diving into the water. Now that shark looks like it's taxidermied. Yeah. Well, there was that one where Ghost Hunter episode where they went to some abandoned psych hospital and supposedly people got scratched and shoved in the dark. And I didn't believe them. I just didn't. But I do believe in ghosts. In fact, I've told this story before on a different live stream, but since we're talking about that, let me share this story with you. When I lived in Provo, Utah, and this was back in 92, 93, maybe. Yeah, 1993. Yeah. Or no. Yeah. Sorry. That's not really important. I'm sorry. I'm getting caught up on the date. Anyway, 1993. And when I lived there, I had some roommates that we lived next to BYU campus. Now, none of us were students. We were just kind of there for the party scene, which, yeah, it might have been a religious school, but there was still a lot of partying that went on. Not that I participated in that or anything. Anyway, I'm telling on myself here. But anyway, I had some roommates, and they were just there for the party scene too. And one night, as we were sitting there kind of bored, my roommate said, "Hey, do you like to go urban exploring?" Of course, it wasn't called that then. And I said, "Yeah, that sounds good." And so they said, "Well, I know a spot." So, and I was in construction at the time, so I had myself a nice crowbar and some tools. And they said, "Well, we might need those tools, so why don't you bring them?" Okay, all right. So I brought my crowbar and I brought my battery powered reciprocating saw, and we went out and we went to this old farmhouse. And this old farmhouse was abandoned, and we went in there and we had to break in through a basement window by cutting the plywood out, which we did. Well, we cut part of it and then we pried it open once we got a good spot to pry it open. And we went in there, and the basement was weird. The basement was dirt floor, and there was this huge furnace in there that was a coal furnace. And of course, afterwards, we realized we could have gone through the coal chute, which would have been a lot easier than cutting through a piece of cardboard or plywood. I said cardboard. What am I saying? Anyway, we explored the house, and the first two levels was pretty normal. Just looked like an old farmhouse that wasn't used anymore. And then the top level was very scary. The top level had candles in a circle, the pentagram painted on the wall in blood. Had some weird stuff going on there. And long story short, we got to a certain point where there were clearly animal bones everywhere, a few cat and dog skeleton heads, skulls, whatever. It was really weird. And at the point that we turned the corner to go up further, there's one more level. At the same time, my flashlight and the guy next to me's flashlight burnt out. And we heard a bunch of scratching sounds, and we ran. We ran all the way down to the basement, out that window, and the scratching sounds got louder and louder and followed us. And we got out there, and I asked them, "What the hell?" And of course, it was then that they told me that they knew that a body had been found recently because somebody got murdered, and it was found in that top part of the attic of this place. And they failed to tell me that before I went in there. Now, if they would have told me, I would have never gone in there. And well, they didn't tell me, so I did go in there. And as we left, we had to hide because someone called the police on us. And we hid underneath the bridge. There was a bike path underneath the bridge, and we hid there. And as we hid there, one of the guys I was with said, "Stop." So we all stopped. And just as we did, the police spotlight went right where we would have been on that bike path. And the cop was right above us on the bridge. And, well, as we left and we were cycling home, which was a few miles, it just was a really eerie, eerie feeling. The whole thing was weird. And what ended up happening was when I was going along on that bike path, it was really dark. There was just a little bit of moonlight, not much. That there was this creature. It looked like a squirrel, except for it had a weird triangular head. It had spikes on the back of it. It was really freaking weird looking. And I was going to hit it, and I should have hit it with my bike, but I literally went through this thing. I did not, I didn't hit it at all. And I should have. So,
Oh,
yeah. So, really weird stuff. And I never, ever want to go back to such a place ever. That scared the you know what out of me. And I just never, I don't want to be a part of that. So anyway, yeah, if they would have told me that someone was killed there, I would have never have. Yeah. Now, years later, 20 something years later, I did go back and visit.
that farmhouse.
Well, I didn't go into it, but I went by it, and it's still there, still stands. Now, the power company has since taken over the house because they have a huge substation right next to it. And so they've taken over the house, and they've put a pretty good fence around it to keep people out. So anyway, all right, so bags 12 and 13. And I'm way behind on that. Probably a poltergeist, because poltergeists mess with stuff. Yes, they do. The most toxic things: Call of Duty community, Fortnite community, Twitter, Instagram Reels. I think Facebook's actually quite toxic myself, but I do agree with your assessment on the other ones. They can be quite toxic. Oh, shoot, I messed up.
I don't watch Ghost Hunters. I watch the real stuff,
Oh, what's the real stuff?
like the Dead Files.
Okay, well, I don't watch much of anything anymore. Mostly just YouTube. That's what I watch. Just too dang busy to watch much. So I am looking forward to starting my new job. It's just it's not going to leave me much time to do much of anything, because I have to commute an hour each way every day. Okay, why? Oh, that's why, because it's supposed to be off center.
Commute an hour each way for 7 months.
Yeah, until I get certified to work from home. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm like, let's see. That's a satanic cult barn house. Yeah, it really was. And I did not appreciate them guys not telling me the truth about it at all. Okay, so there we go. Now it lines up. Then why couldn't they just tell you? I think they knew that I wouldn't have gone. I really do. Because I wouldn't have. I've never been one. I mean, I don't mind taking some risks, but I don't like messing with the unknown when it comes to that kind of on that level. And I think they knew that. The only way to get me there was to lie about it.
Yeah.
I ate a pig, 3 eggs, and 3 pieces of bacon. Actually, John, I heard a good joke. And do you know why good men are such good chefs?
Why is that?
It's just with 2 eggs and 1 sausage, they can fill a belly for 9 months.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Eggs French style. What's French style mean? I don't know. And John, bacon's delicious. Thick air fried bacon. I'm sorry. What? I don't know. Dude, that's a demon. Oh, yeah. The little squirrel thing. Sir, that barn house is clearly something of a satanic cult, and those animal bones were sacrifices. More toxic things, family vlog channels. Yeah, what about that lady in Utah with what was it, 8 kids or something who got arrested? Ruby something. I can't remember her name now. But that was whacked. And then she won't talk to the cops or nothing. And anyway, she got busted because her kid was emaciated because she wasn't feeding them. Yeah, I agree with that. That's those family vlog channels are. They're usually hiding some dark stuff. That's why I want to start one with my kids. No, I'm just kidding. All my kids are grown and all my secrets are out anyway. I tell you guys, there ain't nothing you guys don't know pretty much, man. I tell you guys everything, man. There are some things I keep to myself, but not much. Wow, that's pretty intense, man.
Around 5 o'clock, I'm gonna go get something to eat.
Oh, 5 o'clock. Oh, that's about 10 minutes, yeah.
12
Well,
minutes to be precise.
I'm sorry, what was that?
12 minutes to be precise.
Okay. Well, hopefully I'll be done because I'm almost done here. Oh, shoot, I almost did that backwards. That would have been hard to get out. So was this part kind of hard for you, Greg? Because I'm challenged with it.
Yeah, it's a little fiddly. That's the reason I built it first.
Oh, okay. Just get the hard part out of the way first.
Yep.
Well, I'd estimate we got about 150 pieces left, roughly. Maybe a little more, but roughly 150.
What step are you on?
361. So I'll tell you guys what. I always do this on my streams. I tell you what's coming next. What I think is going to happen next is I've got a bunch of smaller sets. They're like Harry Potter, Star Wars, and they're the $40, $50 variety sets that you buy. I've got quite a few of those. So I think my next stream, it might be tomorrow night, most likely Tuesday. And what I'm going to do is we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to do a stream where we build 3 or 4 of those. And that'll be my stream. And that'll probably be my next stream. And just have a night where we just do like all Harry Potter. and then maybe another night where we just do all Star Wars. And like I said, all the smaller ones. When Jabba's Sail Barge gets here, we will start that one. That'll be later in the week. I'm very excited for all these different things, all these different sets that are coming in.
Okay. Where you gonna eat?
What's that?
I'm talking to my dad. Where you gonna eat? I'm on the live stream. He's almost done. What? Okay. What step are you on?
363. Oh, what does that joke mean? Wait, I don't want to know. Okay. Please don't tell me. Yeah, I'm in the middle of family matters, so I've been sleeping too much from thinking too much. Hope you're having a good stream. Hey, Mayo. Sorry you're having a little bit of family difficulties there. Trust me, bud. My family's not free from drama. Not my family, my own kids, and not the one I come from either. Let me tell you. So I do wish you the best in that. I hope things work out for you and the drama slows down. I really do. And family drama, in my opinion, is kind of the worst because they're family members. You don't want to be quick to cut them off. So you deal with a lot more than what you would normally. So I do think family drama is difficult, and like I said, I'm sincerely sorry you're dealing with that. See, I think I'm following this pretty well, and then I find pieces that I should have put on the last step, on the next step. So I'm not doing as well as I thought, but I am getting her done.
Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11.
We might be joining a class auction suit. I'm delaying my upload by 24 hours. Oh, okay. He never said he was. Sigmas. That set's moving along. I tore my kitchen apart, organizing everything. Okay, I'm caught up on comments finally. Sorry, guys. That was just me being slow. It's my age.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Are you counting how many steps I got left?
7 more steps after this one.
Well, I think this has been a great build so far. I try to recommend stuff that I think you like, and to be honest with you guys, if you got a couple dollars and you can afford this one, I do think it's a great build, especially if you're in my age category where, you've seen the movie a few times. It'd be good too. So it's December 1st. Yeah, no, I can't believe it's December 1st, to be honest. That thought hit me this morning, and I was like, holy crap, I can't believe we're already in a new month, and the New Year's is just right around the corner. So is my birthday in June, which is why I'm trying to give that birthday present to myself of losing the weight. And
You
anyway,
forgot what step are you on? What step are you on?
oh, 367.
One,
Oh shoot, I
two,
almost put it in there. Didn't I?
3, 4, 6 more steps.
Yep. It's just like that song, The Final Countdown. You know, I'll admit when my son was 17 and a few days before his 18th birthday, I kept playing that song, The Final Countdown, because he's my last kid. He did not find that funny.
4 more steps after this one.
Oh, shoot, wrong one. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm finding this to be quite challenging, to be honest.
Is this the best? Is this diorama set you got?
I like some of the Star Wars ones more, but this is certainly not a bad one by any stretch. I actually think this is pretty good. I do like how they did the water not being so smooth with the waves and stuff in it. That's pretty cool. And I love the shark's mouth. I think there's a lot of good things about this set, to be honest. I mean, you know.
Three more steps.
And yeah, just like that movie, What About Bob? Baby Steps. I don't know if you ever seen that movie. Oh boy. Yeah, they shorted me a 1x2 plate. And unfortunately, all my extra pieces are boxed away. So I'm not going to be able to complete one of the steps. But oh well. I will complete it when I open up when I open that part up. My parts. Okay, so why? Oh, because I was dumb and put the wrong piece in there. Shoot. Let's fix that real quick.
Oh, come on. Just have 3 more steps. 2 more steps.
Oh, I'm almost there. I'll get it. Okay, so there we got this. Okay, now we got that. And then this one. Okay, so there's that. That. Yeah, like
Where's
I
that
said,
one? Where's that 1x4 go?
I don't know. I think I might have made a mistake. In fact, I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, so you can put the shark on here. I'm not going to for this part of the build. I'm going to leave it as is, but we are done. And we've got the platform itself, and the boat can go on here. Or actually, it does not go on there. I don't think so. I think it's... You know what? I'm going to quit guessing. Look. Yes, the boat does go on here. It goes on something like this. And then the shark can get off this platform and be put part of him. You take the tail off, and he goes on there. Well, guys, thank you for joining me on the Sunday afternoon. I appreciate it. And like I said, probably Tuesday will be the next one, and we're just going to do like a themed, either Harry Potter or a Lego Star Wars, a couple sets. But if you guys would hit the like button and subscribe if you feel like I've earned it. And Hoarder, how you doing? Thanks for showing up. And you guys have a great one. Be good to each other and stay safe out there. And Greg, thanks for your time. I always appreciate it. You guys have a good one.
You too, bye.
Bye.